Okay, this is just a regular blog. I'm taking the dog out. Actually, I'm going to the store because I need to pick up a couple things. I need to pick up another memory. Another memory stick. For the drone that I got. And I gotta get a tripod because that tripod right there was a little cheap thing that I had purchased, and I went to go use it, and the top made out of plastic came right off. So it is what it is. But I need to walk the dog first. Even though I walked her a couple hours ago, she was very insistent on going outside before I left. She just wants to go outside and walk around because she's being nosy. So, here goes. Oh my gosh, it is hot as balls out here. Got the dog back in the house. Good thing I parked in the shade. I don't like going to Best Buy. It's not that it's a bad store. I think it more has to do with the location versus the actual store itself. So I would rather not spend my money there because money talks. And the reason why I don't like Best Buy is a couple different reasons. They are the only electronics store, big box electronics store here in town. Now they used to have H.H. Gregg, which went out of business. I never shopped there anyway because I thought it was overpriced. And they really didn't have a good selection. Then they had, before that it was CompUSA. CompUSA fell through was Tiger Direct. Now, CompUSA and Tiger Direct were great because they had plenty of selection for electronics and TVs and cameras and everything. And then also, the price was right too. So, I love going to Tiger Direct just to even window shop. But seeing how that went out of business, the only thing left now is Best Buy. The reason why I don't really like Best Buy, that's one reason, because there's no choice, and I don't like dealing with companies who, there's no choice, you have to go to them. I like to have options. Another reason why I don't like going there is because some of the things there are just overpriced. I looked at a couple things there and was able to find the same exact product available on Amazon for like $50 cheaper. And I know that Best Buy has a markup. Because I used to work at Best Buy many years ago. So I don't like Best Buy because of the markup they have on a lot of their stuff. So they don't have a large variety. Only one store and it has a markup. So there's a couple Best Buys around town that you can choose from. Some are nicer than the others. And the last and primary reason why I don't like going to Best Buy is because of the customer service. Now the one I'm going to right now, the customer service stinks. Some days it's okay. Other days you go in there, you can't find anybody to help you. And I know that if I was acting like I was going to steal something, there'll be 20 people jumping out of the woodwork. Oh, can I help you? Can I help you? Not that I would steal anything, but that's just the mindset. Otherwise, it's a ghost town. No assistance whatsoever. And then the yellow shirts, I've noticed this also at a few of the Best Buys around town here. Now, mind you, I'm in the South, and I'm originally from up north, so I'm looking at it from a northern perspective as to how people do things here in the South. But being a minority, or a person of color, or black, whatever else you want to title you want to give it, I find that a lot of times the loss prevention or the yellow shirts, they spend a lot of time watching the minorities. Meaning that I can go into the Best Buy store, and when you first walk in, you got the yellow shirt at the front there with the cameras. Now, a lot of times, if he's white, I've noticed that before he notices you walk in the store, and it's not the same person all the time, it's different people, but before they notice you walk in the store, they'll be sitting there with the camera following somebody around the store. And those cameras they have all over the store, they're very, very strong, they pick up every detail and everything like that. Very good cameras. And sure enough, they always have them trained on somebody, somebody who's black, be it female, teenager, male, grown man, doesn't care what they look like, how they're dressed, or anything. And the loss prevention guy, we just follow him around the store with the camera. And I'm like, you're just following him around the store with the camera because he's a minority. And to me, that's kind of jacked up. Because if you're not a minority, and you go into that same exact store, if you're white, male, or whatever, you're just white in general, they totally, gonna give you good service and totally not be following you around with the assumption that you're gonna steal something. And when I used to work at a Best Buy, the same exact Best Buy that I'm referencing, I knew this to be the case because I caught two white guys, mid-40s, looked like they were contractors, stealing, robbing the place blind, literally just taking stuff off the shelf and sticking it in their pants and sticking it in their shirts. I mean, I caught them, red-handed. Now, if I wasn't watching them because it looked suspicious, and I knew that the loss prevention guy at the front store is just watching the black teenagers in the cell phone department, so if I wasn't watching them, they would have made it out the store. So I called them. I said, hey, instead of following the black guy around, maybe you should pay attention to these two people. Once the two guys knew that they were spotted, all of a sudden they dumped everything they had and ran out the store. Now, mind you, these were grown men, probably in their 40s, working together as a team, going in Best Buy and robbing them blind. Afterwards, they said they had like over $500 worth of stuff that they had dumped out, and they want to give me an attaboy and pat me on the back and say, good job, that's what we need, more people like you. Which is all fine and dandy, but they had more people thinking less about race and the color of your skin and the stereotypes of if you're minorities, you must be trying to steal something. I could have just did my job, which was selling computers, and not have to be doing the loss prevention job, which is preventing thieves. And I talked to a guy, white guy, 40s, everything like that, and he always had new shoes on, new construction boots on. I said, man, you must be, long story short, I was like, man, you must have a lot of money to be buying new shoes all the time. And he says, no, that's not it at all. He goes, no offense, but I never pay for my shoes. I said, how is that? He goes, Well, when I go into these stores, nobody pays attention to me. And he looked, like I said, no age, average looking white guy. He goes, nobody pays me any attention to me. He goes, no offense, but while store security is following you guys around, meaning us black guys, he says he goes into the store, and I'm not going to say the name of the store. He goes into the store and takes off his old shoes, puts on a pair of new shoes, put his old shoes right back on the same box he took the new shoes out of, put the box back on the shelf, and walks around the store, and nobody says anything to him because he doesn't fit the description. So therefore they don't pay him any mind. Meanwhile, Joe Blow honest minority shopper just trying to find a good deal is getting followed all around the store because they assume he's going to try to steal something. So people, they say, well, Robert, it's been proven that minorities steal more stuff. No, to that I say, you find what you're looking for. I think everybody steals. I don't think one steals more than the other. I think one gets away with more than the other. So if everybody is stealing, but you're only looking for a certain demographic to steal, well, guess what? You're going to find what you're looking for. And the other demographics, which you're not paying any attention to, they don't get caught. So on paper, because you're looking for one type to be stealing, and that's who you catch, on paper, it shows, well, only one type is stealing. But in actuality, all types are stealing. You're just too busy paying attention to only one type to notice. So Best Buy, at least where in the city I'm in, a couple of stores around here, Best Buys, because the city is pretty large, so they got like 4 or 5 Best Buys around town. At least 2 that I go to, totally 100% guilty of that. I've actually left this particular Best Buy to drive to the other side of town simply because the service in this Best Buy was so bad. I didn't even want to spend the money on the product I was trying to get. I said I'd rather drive to another side of town than give you my money. And ultimately, that's what we have to do. We can complain about it, but money talks. If everybody take their money and put it where they get the best service, where they're not being followed around stores, then eventually these businesses will have to pay attention, change their ways. So I don't say it's Best Buy as a whole. I say it's the way some of these stores are ran, which speaks to the management of that store, the people they hire, and everything like that. Because truth be told, I would say a good half the people I see walking around this Best Buy are minorities. So that's my 2 cents. So I'm going into the store to spend some money, but it's only because there's no other options available, and I don't feel like ordering online and waiting another 2 or 3 days to get it. I want it now so I can go do what I want to go do now. So anyway, if you've had that same experience, leave a comment. Tell us about it. Well, I got what I came for. More than I wanted to spend on it. Soda. Actually, no, I didn't come for a soda. Got a memory stick. Flash memory. Put in my camera. Spent more than I wanted to. The other option would have been to drive down to Walmart. But I feel like dealing with Walmart and the crowd, well, not the crowd, just driving to it and parking and all the rest of that. And there's no guarantee that they would have had what I was looking for anyway. So I just went ahead and bit the bullet and got it. So I can go home, put it in my drone, and take it to the park, try not to pass out, and see if I can't get some good drone footage. So now it's back to the house. I grab something to eat, then I'm then it's off to the races. Well, I'm home. Honey, I'm home. Happy birthday. Oh, I also got another tripod because the one I got broke.